So I'm going to go ahead and move into the message of the day. And the message of the day is, you don't sleep on your 9 to 5, so stop sleeping on yourself. Wake up, Dorothy. Wake up, Dorothy. Like, literally, when it comes to the obligations, when it comes to that 9 to 5 that you have to show up at, right? I get it. You may get a little breaky break and you may be able to go to sleep there. But for the most part, you show up, you clock in, and you do what your job requires of you. So when it comes to that of what you want for your life, when it comes to that of what you want to do, what you want to pursue, who you want to be, wake up. Give yourself that same energy. Right? And some of y'all want to live a free life and create the reality of your dreams and, you know, be sovereign and have your own business. And baby, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to you being your own boss, baby, that shit ain't easy. It is not easy. Building wealth on your own is not easy. Your character is going to play a big key when it comes to the success or the lack thereof. Right? So wake up, rise. Literally, and some of y'all may need to rise a little earlier so you could get, I don't know what you need to do, right? Because maybe you're like, well, I don't have time because I work so much, because I got this and I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time, right? But you make time for what you want. We say that all the time, right? You make time for what you want. So if you want it, act like it. So if that means you got to wake up a little earlier to get some stuff in, if that means you have to maximize on your break time to get a little sprinkle in when it comes to building or whatever it is that you need to do, when it comes to sacrificing a few hours before you go to sleep, do what needs to be done and stop putting the power into everybody else around you. And then you over here complaining about your life. Well, you have the power to shift it, but you have to first check yourself. You have to first find that motivation every day, right? Cultivate that drive and character that you need to carry your visions through. So, I mean, and everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur either, and that's cool, right? Somebody got to work, right? Somebody got to bag the groceries up, right? Somebody got to do, we got to have the workers here. So we all have our role, but when it comes to even expanding and growing in your job, right? You're like, well, okay, I'm getting paid this much and I would like to get paid more. Okay, let's look at the job description for that position that you desire. Okay, what does that require? What does that look like? What skills do you need to have? Are you showing up to work on time? Are you showing up with your best every freaking day? Right? Even on those days where you're not feeling too good, remember that you have work to do. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with that. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with your moon or your mood or whatever that happened at home. Some of y'all needs to do a little better with that too. With separating your work life and your personal life. You dragging shit that don't even have nothing to do with work, right, into work. Know when to cut that motherfucking switch off and on. And that's why it's important when we're not at work that we spend time intentionally with self to work on ourselves, because they are connected. And it's not about putting on a mask, right? But what I'm saying is sometimes you're not going to feel like it. Sometimes your energy is going to be a little low, right? Sometimes it's going to be a full moon and it's like, I'm tired. But there's certain things you're going to need to do, right? So just keep that in mind. Again, the message of the day is you don't sleep on your 9 to 5. So stop sleeping on yourself. Wake up, Dorothy. Understood? All right, it's time to fly. Pretty Wings is by Maxwell is playing right now. Let's fly. Are you flying with the angels and the doves and the eagles, or are you flying with the crows and the tweets and the cardinals? Are you flying with your ancestors? Some of y'all may have been seeing certain birds, these same kind of birds, mockingbirds, cardinals, right? Or maybe even tropical birds, right? Who you flocking with? Birds of a feather flock together. Don't you get distracted by those people who are complacent with where they are, who don't even know who they are, right? Separate yourself. All right. So that concludes the message of the day. I said what I say.